What do I want to listen to? What do I want to listen to? Hmm. Boom, boom. Ooh, I do like this song a lot. Hopefully, it's not too loud. If it's super loud, let me know and I can turn it down. I'm going to read this Ed Chu article before I work on this interview YouTube video I'm going to do. I mean, the moment I found out that Ed wrote an article, I mean, you got to read it. Hey, Cobb. Didn't think you'd. I didn't think you'd be up at this time because you're in chat so early and late. I was like, oh, she's always in. Like, you're either in my chat in the morning or Color's chat in the morning, so you're definitely up early. Is the music too loud or is it perfect or too low? I can turn it up more. Ooh, did that make it louder for you? Uh, it's perfect. All right. I should turn it down a little for me. I'm gonna like start yelling. It's so loud. Well, I'm gonna be. I need to make this YouTube video that I've been pushing off making, and it's basically the interviews from players in the ICL. And so I've got like 3 times 8. I saw 24. I can't believe I had to actually think about that. I'm out of it. So the meta on Friday. More dogs. Oh man, I wonder if the combined was different. Amethyst Steel 18%. Bro, dude, Zan was brilliant. Man, I gotta turn this down. I am yelling. Like, so for those who watched the Illuminateers, he talked about the Illumineers. He talked about how he chose to play his deck on Friday. I'm pretty sure he played Friday because he knew that a lot of the American and NA players are going to show up on Saturday and they would be playing more steel decks and anti dogs, right? They respected dogs, where EU apparently doesn't respect dogs. And then so a bunch of people played dogs and crushed the decks that weren't prepared and ready for it. I mean, Amber Steel at 10% to 8%. That actually went down, but 18% Amethyst Steel, 4% more. So I guess it's only a few percentages, so it's not that crazy. But if you look at it, it still makes him look like brilliant, right? It's just like, yeah, you play on the day where you think the NA won't do it. And the reason they think more people will play Saturday from NA is because they don't want to have to, they get to stay one less day. So it saves them money, right? It makes perfect sense. But here's this article if anyone wants to read that. This deck is fire. Oh, I didn't actually see when he got knocked out. I didn't realize it was there. So he did lose to dogs. I did see a screenshot of that. Unfortunate. This deck is fire. But, so I guess I need to. Alright, we'll find properties. Da Vinci. Okay, alright. We'll pause the music because we should be able to listen to this once I start doing it. I should probably make an overlay for this, but I don't think all the videos are gonna line up to the same height, possibly. Yeah. So I basically I need to make an overlay and then give it to the people making interviews to match up. Yeah, they don't line up, so I'd have to make a new one each time. So I think we're just gonna have a little bit of an ugly YouTube video. I don't even know if I should probably record an intro, but we can do that after we watch through all of them. So I guess we'll just
Hey everybody, I'm here
watch
with
this.
Joseph Quigley,
How loud is
representing
that? Does
Team
that need to be louder?
ETB, who just came
Is this
off
too loud?
a
It seems kind of
decisive
quiet.
victory in ICL Week 2, playing
Feeling great.
unexpectedly the Dogs. I have not seen you on this. What's going on here? You're off your favorite bread and butter, but yeah.
Once upon a time, I was a dogs player. I dabbled it in set 9 and in set 8. I obviously still love green and blue, but dogs is good
Just a
right
little
now. And
low.
I saw Sailors run, and I was really inspired by it, and him talking about it as a control list. And I'm like, all right,
Hopefully that's better.
fine. I'll give it a shot.
Now,
We'll do that, and we'll throw a curveball when my opponent queues up to me this week.
yeah, and was Habibi off or something this week?
Yeah, he's busy traveling to Ghent right now,
Yeah,
actually,
that's
so
why you're on the
he couldn't
Dogs.
be here
Okay,
for that spot.
that now the story's all coming together. Awesome. So why Flynn
Had
Rider
to
in
fill
this
it.
list?
That was a last minute
Ooh.
call. This is basically very heavily based on Sador's list.
Hmm.
But I decided I want to do some Chromacon still, hoping that they wouldn't expect dogs, they wouldn't necessarily pack item removal, so I could get away with Chromacons more likely. And then when I made that decision, I decided I would slide in a couple of Flynn's as well over the Lady 1-2s that he was running because Flynn interacts well with Chromacon, and I was also increasing on my Unink count.
It's kind of
So I
cute.
just want to go down a little bit on Uninks and make it run smoother. And Flynn was really good. I was up against Amber Steel this week, so he was really doing a good job of like punching Nalas, punching Daisies. He can be pretty nice that way.
Got it. Yeah, and for those who don't know, ETB has won the first 2 seasons of ICL, and they're off to a strong start here, trying to defend that title for a third time. And how many of your team members are going to Ghent this weekend?
It's just Habibi.
Just
Habibi's
Habibi.
very confident. He's going off with some folks from the old Slab Sharks team.
Gotcha.
We're just holding on the fort
Diego
over
did
here,
pretty well,
cheering for
and they
him
play the same
to
list.
go deep and get a win.
Got it. And what is your favorite Disney Lorcana card art? All of Disney
Card
Lorcana.
art.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
good
gosh.
question.
I'll. That's a tough one. I try not to do like an easy answer.
Yeah.
Um, I'll give it to uh, I'll give it to set 1 Aurora Enchanted. I think
Okay.
that one doesn't get enough love. I love
Yeah.
the classic look of that card. It was my favorite encounter from set 1. Sorry, Elsa. And yeah, just a very classy look. Like I love that kind of like stained
It's
glassy type of thing.
Oh
obviously
yeah, that was the
Enchanted
second
Jasmine.
enchanted I pulled in set 1.
Oh,
So
nice.
Good
big fan
stuff.
of that one. Yeah, behind the Mickey Sorcerer
I
was
say
the
it, so I might as well
in the
show
first pack
the
I
art
opened.
that I have.
So
Nice.
starting off strong, I was like, I like this. Let's keep getting these hits coming. Well,
Picked both of
Joseph,
these up
thanks
at Ink
for
Ink.
coming on and doing an interview. Always good to chat with you, and good
And
luck to
then here's
ETB to
the-
continue your utter domination of the rest of the ICL.
Thank you so much. It's been a
A
pleasure.
little bit of a glare
Bye
there.
now.
But I need to. All right, that seemed good. I mean, I'm kind of lazy. I probably could have edited out the area where he said a few times, but I'm lazy. So I'm chatting here. I'll make myself gigantic. I was chatting with it. Oh, my green screen is still on. That's why it looks weird. My camera filters, chroma key off. So I was chatting with this artist. Obviously, I love Alice in Wonderland, and I chatted with her about maybe making a logo, and she was kind of like, she did them, but then had stopped doing them, and kind of like her reasoning made sense. It was more of like she wants to do things that she can sell and that she's inspired by, and so just like making a logo for somebody. Like it's hard to get inspiration there, but we chatted about like what I wanted as a logo and how it actually like meshed with what she was already doing. And because like, and so when she was just like, oh, wizard cat, like, oh yeah, like, definitely she already had some cats, and it seemed to be doing a few things. And so we chatted about that. So hopefully I'll be working with her later on. I need to message her more. But here's this for a better view. The reflection. But I think it's fire. There we go. Yeah, massive shout out to the mats at Ink. The first time someone casts one of their things, this artist whose name I'm forgetting and I can't find the little card. I need to find that so I can shout them out, and I need to send them a message as thanks as well. Like they make one for them, and it's really cool. They also had like a Power Rangers one that was made that then they had like all of the people that were casting sign it. Not for when I was there, but the time before, because like they ranted about Power Rangers for like 2 hours when the stream was having an issue or something. All right, but let's start this one up.
Hey everybody, I'm here with another ETB member.
There's
we
a
got
bunch
ETB
of
Chris
or
in
something.
the
Maybe I'll
house
go back
who was
and
playing
edit that out.
Amethyst Steel today, and he's got kind of a Frank Karsten approach with a bunch of different 1 and 2 ofs here, the toolbox style.
I wonder if I should have
why
put
are you
someone
bringing
else's
this deck in? I see
interview
you're
before.
including
Like,
Fire
should I
the
put all
Cannons
the
and
team
Angel.
together in
I
a
have not
row?
seen that
Probably
yet. Can
should
you go ahead and walk me
actually,
through
so
that?
then they can.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Maybe
yes,
then
I
when
like to play the deck as a toolbox.
post the video,
I
I
think
can
previous
put at what time
sets
each thing
didn't
starts.
really allow you to do so as much.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a bunch of really good new pieces that kind of allow you to switch to your more aggressive or more kind of control-y strategies than there were previously. So obviously they printed Christopher Robin, Pocahontas, Genie, which all help your deck go a lot faster. So against the blue decks, those are great to kind of draw on. And then, yeah, Angel's kind of like a much better sort of control the board sort of tech piece. Tigger's really
I'd
good
want to play like 4 of both
aggro
of
decks,
these,
also really good to recycle
I
your
understand
own dock,
like
to
how
get
do you
some more
play
cards
all these?
with.
I wouldn't play Dumbo.
No, so they just printed a ton of cards that are just
I just
really
don't
good on
like
their
it.
own, and
I
they
just
all
don't
kind
like
of
Dumbo.
synergize.
I don't own them.
To
I own
kind
one
of take you
Dumbo.
down one or another avenue.
I should probably sell it and rebuy it later.
Fire the Cannons, I feel like just kind of necessary right now with dogs.
I just want one for my
Angel's
cube.
too slow. And even in the purple steel mirror, like
Don't worry about
my
it.
match today,
I am lazy.
I went hook.
It's why I don't make
hook to
YouTube
take-
videos.
I was on the draw to take my purple steel mirror.
Like I
opponent
worked with
off
an
of
editor
being
for a
able to
little
strength with
bit, and
cat
the
to
amount
kill
of
my
time
cat.
he spent for
So they had to wait another
like,
turn, and then I got to take
the
strength,
product that came out was
advantage
not
in
worth the
matchup
time
as
he
well,
spent.
too.
I mean, it was a great
Stingers can also
product.
kind of do that.
Like
Yeah,
there's nothing
so
wrong with the product.
I'm playing a bunch of little
but like
pieces,
8 hours for like
that can
a
kinda
half
help
an
in any
hour or
matchup, and
a
none of
couple
them are
hours
really
with the
horrible
product
on
because
their
he's
own,
cutting out like a
that
bunch
if you
of like
pull it in a different
just
match,
saving like it
it
just
does
like saves
nothing,
2
really,
minutes
so.
of dead space.
And what is the
like,
most impressive Olaf turn you
ads
ever
will be
had
the
with
death
this
of you.
deck?
The most impressive Olaf turn.
Now I have one that's kind of spawned this question where I was like, oh, I've got him to 0 cards except an Olaf, and then he draws a dock, plays the dock, hits the Olaf, bounces the dock, plays 2 other cards and plays the dock, and I was like,
I don't know if I like the genie either.
That's pretty good. I get a lot of turns where like you get to quest the Olaf, get a bunch of lore for free and a
especially if it gets bounced,
and then eventually you have like an angel or like your own Cheshire Cat or I can't really do Cheshire. You got your own Olaf or your own angel or your Fire the Cannons, and then you end up shooting your own Olaf to bounce your dock and so on and so forth, and then kind of chain that off. So I haven't had anything that crazy, but there's a lot of very, very good.
I probably should
Olaf
overlay
good Olaf
music in
turns,
the
nothing
background
insane.
as well.
Okay. I'll be waiting to hear for an insane one in a later interview at some point.
I'd have to find
keep me updated.
I'll pass one along.
All right, what
copyright
is
free thing.
your favorite
You're back.
Disney Lorcana art of all time?
Favorite Lorcana art of all time is probably the Demona Enchanted.
The Demona Enchanted.
Not just because I play it, but it
This?
just looks so ominous and amazing. Like
the eyes
it feels
really
good
pop.
playing it.
Maybe it's because it's small here,
yeah.
but like
Awesome. Well, Chris, great to talk to you as always.
looks like CGI.
And I appreciate you coming out here. And good luck to ETB to keep
maybe I just
defending
don't
your
like
guys'
that
title.
set's
You guys are
enchanted
just
style.
killing it here in the ICL. Kind of need someone to
I like
step
the
up and
Dumbo.
just take you guys down.
Then again, I've seen the Dumbo in
we'll
real
see if
life
that
and it looks
can-
way
if
better.
that's
Yep.
possible.
So it's probably just
We're
this
enjoying
image
the
of it
throne
isn't
for
great.
now. We're gonna try to stay on it this season.
Awesome. Until next time, buddy.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Put the Flower Farm up next.
Hey everybody, I got Dave from the Flower Farm here representing us in week 1 of the ICL.
A solid
Dave,
two-liner.
how are you doing today?
Not too bad. Took a loss today, but that's how she goes sometimes.
Yeah, that is how she goes sometimes. But you are bringing one of my favorite decks, Sapphire Steel, and of the Allies variety. So tell me about this deck, why you like it.
Yeah, so this deck goes back to set 9, or sorry, set 10, where I played a ton of this deck. I just think it's got good variety.
To snack right
in
now.
set 11, it got a couple new additions, which were welcomed because we've got a couple new allies, of course. Pete being a nice big body that can draw some more cards. Angel can help us against the aggro. So I just think there were two real nice cards to add to the toolbox.
I wonder what he lost
Yeah,
to.
it's nice when you can play like good allies and don't have to kind of just throw some in just to make it so the Jasmine works. So it's definitely a welcome addition. And what is your favorite winter spell card so far?
Yeah, that's a tough one actually.
Match results.
I'm gonna go with.
This was 2 weeks ago.
I think I'll go with Angel right now because I think it's a card that we haven't really seen this style of card before. And it's got some really nice synergies with Doc and Goliath. And I just think that being able to challenge aggro and kind of put it in its place where, we've had used cards like Spooky Sight or, Under the Sea or whatever in the past. I just think it gets a good, it's a really nice new card to have to watch out for type thing.
Oh yeah, and you don't have to play Fire the Cannon anymore. You got it right in an Inkable.
Right.
Every card's Fire the Cannon.
Absolutely.
All right, so how are you feeling about ICL in general? You excited to be here? What's going through your mind in this week 1?
No, is it one?
Yeah, so I mean, we had a pretty rough
Dave. Yeah, okay.
Second one in season 2 there. We didn't make the playoffs, which is ultimately not ideal.
It has Tipo, yeah. JD hates that Tipo.
We've tweaked the roster a little bit. We've got some great players on the roster. A lot of guys who made top 32 in the past 2 DLCs.
Did you draw your match?
I think we just got a really strong
Thorsis,
crew.
or did you win?
And a really a nice mature crew.
Like I thought you won, but
really
like
knows
the wars didn't go
what
up.
this means for not just Flower Farm, but what it means for Lorcana in general and what ICL does for Lorcana.
Suck up to Bobby and see if I can.
So I think it's really important that we have a good showing this season.
The
I
tracker
think
you're on, be able
the players to do
mark
so.
the
Tough loss for me today, but
that way,
hopefully
when I
we
jump
can
into
finish 2-1
background
here.
Games. Perfect.
I can.
Well, good luck to you on that, and
be able to see
you next
there
time.
without having to interrupt you guys.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Did you enjoy me interrupting your game to ask you if your Rapunzel was foil? when you watch back, there were a lot of people in chat were talking about your deck. Yeah, if I jump into your channel while playing, which you probably don't realize because like there's probably people coming in and out occasionally. If I'm in there, I'm trying to find a match. Because like the first one finished. So you were one of the backups. Well, yeah, I mean, you knew you were a backup, but like after the first one finished, we went, I think it was round 2. Round 1 we like was over really quickly. Oh, you had one foil in there, bro. We were discussing whether or not your A Whole New World was foil as well. I assumed it wasn't, but like that would have been so baller if you were playing with the foil one too. All right, so another Flower Farm. I wasn't watching that fully. I didn't know if I needed to edit anything. Like, what is this?
Hey everybody, we're here at ICL Week 2 with Andrew, aka Outta Blocks, who is playing for Flower Farm and just came off a round 1 victory.
That's not the one you got from me,
looks
right?
To be a pretty standard.
Were you playing with the one you got from me, or did I get a 10?
How did your match go?
I am curious to know what my prize cards
so far and,
end up going. I'm going to have to find out what my Mickey gets rated. Uh-oh, he's muted. Uh-oh. Let's zoom out here.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like quiet, and then he just like he talks for a little bit.
Oh no. No, we're only doing 2 minutes here, so we're keeping it quick. So tell me about yourself. Where are you?
Well, that one's not gonna make it. That's unfortunate. But you know, we all occasionally wait. Okay, here we go. Oh, it was because I was looking at this. Whoops. I'm gonna have to tease him for that.
All right, Isaac. So we are hosting another one of our ICL interviews in a box. That's what I'm calling these. We're making sure that you get to hear from everybody in the ICL. And speaking of the ICL, we have Isaac, who just finished his matchup. Talk to us a little bit about who you played against and how you did. Talk to us about what you did and how you did in that matchup.
Yeah, so luckily I got
It
on the
happens.
play into his name was New York Impact.
Probably won't be on
He
until
was playing
Friday.
Purple Steel.
She was
So that was
she was
nice.
gonna cast
However,
tonight,
game one, I
but
misramped.
she's moving,
But I
and
did
when
have
she
2 1-drops
moved,
to
the
go,
place she moved
double
into,
1-drop,
they
so
didn't
I was
have the
able to
deadbolt.
stabilize
They
that
changed
game
the
and
deadbolts.
take that
So I
one,
guess they had given
which
her a
is
key,
nice.
and then
It's
she
always
went, and they
bad to
changed
lose
it,
on the play.
and she had to wait for someone to show up. Like
Game 2,
it's
missed the ramp also.
not pleasant.
Or didn't miss ramp, missed the 1-drop, and he went Christopher Robin into Pocahontas. I had to hypnotic my Tipo just to take out the Pocahontas so she didn't just run away with the game.
Yeah,
But ultimately
so
he got that one.
she had
And
extra
then game 3 was
crap to
kinda, I
deal
just
with.
had
Yeah,
everything I needed
and I'm
on
sure
that
they
one.
didn't like comp rent or
Wasn't
anything
too
for
close on
that.
that one.
I mean, I don't know
That
what they would necessarily
Pocahontas,
do, but
especially if you're running it with that genie, that boost, that combo is really crazy. My goodness.
Yeah, and
I do
that
kind of
is
like
what he
what
got down, and I was
Gabe
just
did
like, okay,
here.
I got to take out that Pocahontas.
He even
He's
gave
on the spot.
it a border.
It is crazy. I gotta mess with that, because everyone just assumes that purple, especially that that variant of purple steels is not.
And he put like a
So
background
it's just
here.
nuts. So good job with the matchup. So I'm
His
gonna ask you a
camera is
question. We've been
also
asking
very
all
good.
of our players. We got to know. We're 1 week into this format. Talk to me. What is your favorite winter spell card and why?
That is the easiest question. I have been, ever since the reveal, I have been loving Snowfort. As soon as it was revealed, I was like, this card is
I heard
disgusting.
a lot of
I'm gonna
people
build a
said
green purple
Snowfort,
deck
and they were
around
all
this because
Blurple
I felt
players.
like
So
that was the best
I
green
hope that
shell
is
to put it
true.
in. And I mean, it went from I feel like nobody playing it to now every green purple deck is playing it, which is great to see. I
The
love
deck
it, and
is
it is
Dave's
just so fun to
attack for
play. When
2.
you get multiple of them out, it just breaks people's brains.
Yeah.
It's so good.
There's something about a
I
Curse
got a
Norfolk
10.
with like 2 or 3
Nice.
attack and like 3
Yeah,
resist.
right.
That's just
With-
insane.
With 2 resist.
I didn't think I'd
Like,
get a
I
10
can't
on
even
that,
kill it with
Rapunzel.
one person, and I have to discard cards. Like, yeah.
Like, didn't
It's
we
disgusting.
think it
I
looked
will tell you. So
weird?
I've done
I
3
feel
of these
like?
interviews.
Maybe I'm
J-Bomb's been
thinking
doing the
something
rest of them.
else.
I will tell you that of the 3 interviews that I've done, everybody's favorite card has been Snowfort.
You're like, I
So
know.
everyone's
Thank
looking
you.
at that card. Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
and I agree with them. I'm number 4, so I totally agree with that. For
I mean,
sure.
I'm pretty sure you
So
bought
talk
it.
to me a little bit about some of the
Oh,
decisions
Dave's
that
has a
you made.
straight
So
up
of course,
scratch
Winter
on
Spell's
it.
here.
I'm pretty
You
sure
could
you
have done
bought it
anything. You could have done anything with your
for
with
like
your
the
Blurple
price I was
deck.
going to sell it to
But
someone
here,
else as
this
well.
is the
So
deck
it
you
wasn't like you
chose. It
like
is
talked
behind
me
us
down
here,
or
so everyone
anything.
can see it. Talk to me about some of like the
It was
decisions
a
that you
fair
made
trade.
as you were putting it together. What were you thinking about
It's still fun
in
to play
terms
with.
of
Yeah.
why you brought the variation that you brought?
Sure. So
Through GameStop.
ultimately and generally, this is
Nah,
a
he
JDR
does it
list.
himself. He
I
does
play
like big
JDR
things.
decks.
Thorsus
Like, that has
has
been since I started. I'm not
a
the
nice
biggest
slab
deck builder.
collection.
This set, I just started getting into it with green, purple, Snowfort, and I feel like I found some success there. But so the shell
If
is
you
a
want to
JDR
gloat,
shell.
you
Some
can
changes I
send me some
made
pictures and I'll
was
post it.
to add
But that's
a
on
couple
you.
hypnotics because I don't want to lose to Yago in the mirror. I don't want to lose the mirror at all. So I'm definitely running those. And then the other change was
I don't
to
like
add
losing the mirrors either.
2 can't hold it backs anymore. And that card is just absolutely broken. It's basically a purple Snowfort, and I love it. It just
It's all
allows
good,
you
Cobb.
to blow games wide open. in my game 3, I was able to go Genie into Elsa, and then Genie seeing
I
Snow.
tend not to gloat
Sing
about
Can't
other
Hold It
people's
Back,
collections too
and
much.
just cleared his whole board. And it was
If
basically
they
over
want to
from there.
gloat about
That's
it,
tough.
that's fine.
That is so tough. Now
But like
I
if
gotta
they
ask.
don't
So
want
you know,
it
having
gloated
seen a
about,
few of the builds for
so
the
I,
ICL,
like
something
he
that I'm
showed
noticing
it
in
on
this
the
build,
ICL,
and
so we could
not that
already
it's wrong
kind
or
of
anything
see
like
it
that,
was
but I
pretty.
always like to pick people's brains, and I think for especially for players that are watching the ICL, like you mentioned, you know, the Flower Farm, and like that's
I
where you
should
get
get
your
my
inspiration. For a lot of players, they get their
my beta
inspiration by
Birds of
watching the
Paradise
ICL.
graded. It would
So
probably be like a
a lot of our
4.5
players are opting to play
or
4 Let It
something like that. Its
Goes
back is
with
so
the 3
messed
Into the
up,
Unknowns. So talk to
but
me
it's
a
so
little bit
messed
about
up. I think that
why
would
you know,
like
and
be
maybe this is a
awesome to
question for
do.
JDRR. Maybe you have your own feelings about it, but why do you think the 2 Let It Goes is the right number of Let It Goes in this build?
I would be on 4. The only reason it's on 2 is because I added the 2 Can't Hold It Backs.
Okay.
There was really not much else to cut. I didn't want to cut them at all, but I was like, yeah, I want to play this card. So
Yeah.
I was like, I guess that's a necessary evil. And I didn't want to go too low on Into the Unknowns.
I mean, he had a
because of
lot of
aggro
one drops.
decks and
Yeah.
like Tianas and things
He
like
could have
that.
maybe
I
cut
really wanted
one,
to see
but
that.
not
And
wanting to
in
lose
general,
Daggro. He
it
probably
feels
even
bad
discussed
to
that, and I
ink
missed it.
people's characters. And I think you typically use 2 Let It Goes at the most, anyways, in a game, and the other ones usually get inked. So since
Yeah,
I'm mindful
the
that I
beta
know I
Birds
only
of
have
Paradise I
2,
have has been
which
like
I
a long
didn't see a
hold.
single
I
one
bought it for like
in all 3
$450.
games of that
I
game
bought a
1, which is a
collection
problem when
for
going
like
down to
$600 or
2. But
$800,
yeah,
and the
it was really
birds
just
we
the
had
lesser
valued
of
as it was
evils
like
what I
half
needed
the
to do
thing,
to fit
and
in
it was
Can't Hold It
full
Back.
of beta
Yeah,
cards,
and
some
I gotta
rares.
say, I think I'm
I
more in
sold
your
a
camp
bunch
too,
to
and I
pay
think
for
for the
the
same
what
reasons
I
what you're
paid,
describing. I think inking your opponent
and 2
is a
months
huge
later was the
liability.
boom,
Depending on the opponent, you
where
know,
like
like you
the
mentioned dogs.
Raging River
If
I
you give
sold would
dogs
have
too
paid for
much ink,
everything.
even a
Like
spooky
everything
site,
just
Oh
went up,
yeah.
up, up. If
like
it
a
was like a
spooky
beta
site
rare,
could be
it
the end of your
was
game if you
like
spooky
X
site a dog attack
times, and I had
sometimes.
Yeah.
just sold all of it
It's
for
So
kind of a
this
death
vendor,
sentence
yeah,
if
who I
you
don't
spooky
actually
site
like
you
to, so that's
like,
extra
okay, now they just
frustrating.
flood the board. And you're
But
like, okay, now I don't have another
yeah.
spooky site.
I,
So
They
that's not gonna
if you
work.
played
they start
Magic,
stringing
you'll
together
know, but I
5
sold
cost ladies, and then they're just
over
pulling out characters
100
from the
dual
discard pile,
lands
and
for
it
like
just goes
$5 to
sideways from there.
$10 a
So
piece.
I kind of see it too. I think it's always
They're
interesting,
worth
especially
like
at the
$400
beginning
or
of a meta, to
$500
like
now.
really
I've
analyze, like,
sold
hey, so how did this
dozens
feel?
and
What, you
dozens
know,
and
what were some of the reasons
dozens
why? Because
of
everyone's
Wheel
thinking
of
like these
Fortunes
are the kinds of
for quarters,
thought processes that
because it
we're
was a
going
bulk
through. So
rare
I
for over a
True.
decade,
so Isaac, I want to say
and that's
congratulations again
like
on your game.
$200
Thanks
to
again for jumping in, playing
$400
these games.
a
Without
piece.
players, the ICL
That's
does
just
not
the game,
exist,
right?
and
You
the
buy,
people that are
sell,
watching
it's going to go
at
up later.
home
I
are
made
not
my
able to
money
learn
off
as
of
much as
it,
they can. I
and
think the
I
ICL
spent
is
that
a
money and was
pillar
happy,
for this
but
game in terms of people understanding it.
can't
I
always
want to
long
give you
hold.
the opportunity now
And
to
so
give any
many
shout outs that
things
you
they
might
try
have.
to
So
hold
anybody you
long,
want
they
to
just
talk
go
to, any shout
down.
outs you got, go for it, my friend.
Just JDRR, of course, and everybody at the Flower Farm that helped me get better.
Oh,
My
they canceled the
locals who
Angels.
also helped
Ooh,
me
I should
get
check.
so
They
much better,
mailed me
being
back
able to
after
play them. We have some really good players in Kansas City.
I teased them a
Um,
little,
Other than that, I
and I think
started
they messaged
streaming
me after
recently,
that
so
too.
after work. So if you ever
Let's see
anybody's in
what
the
they
neighborhood,
said.
stop by and talk with me, and we can go over decks and anything like that.
I love it. Yeah,
Messages.
check out the stream. Check out his extreme. Make sure you follow him. And yeah, I think the big theme today in all the interviews is community. The bigger the community is, the more we all learn together. And I've been saying it a few times now. A rising tide lifts all ships.
This.
All the ships get to go up. We all get to do
Yeah.
better for it. So, and that's all part of being a part of that big community that's helpful to each other. So,
It's
Isaac,
true. We
Oh, here,
Thank you.
we definitely have the best community.
Yeah.
And also shout out to you guys, the judges, the casters, everybody at ICL, all the players. Like,
So he sent
I
this
love doing
message
this every week.
and then
It's
canceled
what
it.
is the
So he
best.
canceled the order and
it's so
sent
much
this.
fun.
That's all he
Yeah,
said.
I agree with you.
I
Well,
sent
friends,
this, I was just being funny.
Another interview in a
Like,
box for you here
I
at the
wanted
ICL.
to rage at him and
Thanks again,
whatever,
Isaac, and
but
we will
it was
talk to you more in the
obviously a
following weeks.
mistake.
Congratulations again.
Like it was like
Sounds good.
if
Thanks, man.
if the card was worth $1 and then it spiked to 30, I would have left a 1-star review and complained. Because if you list a card for $1 and sell it and then get mad that it spiked, that's your own fault. Like, I've had cards quadruple in price, I still send them away at what they were. Like, that's that's the game. That's why if I have 20, 30 of a card, I only list 4 at a time. So then I can continue to list it as it goes up and not get caught on the bottom. But then he's just like, I've gotten some messages from people that seem to be pretty angry. Oh, I didn't get like $120 for $4. Oh, oh, like I bet I should check his reviews. Like he literally might have to close his shop. Like cuz he's got a brand new store. All right, no bad reviews yet. But like wow, it's not even that new of a shop actually. I mean, he only has 54 sales. He's been on for a year. Maybe they just say that if it's been whatever. I mean, people, yeah. I mean, some people, they're just angry. They thought they'd get a deal and they didn't. Last 30 days. No ratings for the last. I wonder if TCG Player. I wonder if it's possible to have them take down negative reviews. Yeah, they took their store down, though. They don't have any cards listed for sale right now. And they had, like, a bunch of Pokemon cards and other card games, too. So it's kind of unfortunate for them that then they also, like, have to pause on selling that stuff. Here, I'm gonna advertise this. If you're interested in ordering soap, this is, I wonder if there's a, I don't know if you recognize somebody, if you recognize somebody's face here, which I think is cool. I'm going to get some stuff delivered at the DLC. So if people want to, you know, throw some there, I'm going to later, I'll show you how I use this. Tonight's stream is I'm showing behind the scenes stuff of what I do occasionally. So I'm going to make an action in here. This is like the bot thing I have on here to do this stuff. So I'm going to make a command to basically advertise his website every once in a while. I'm assuming he'd like that. Hopefully. I feel bad if he doesn't. All right, so Flower Farm. I don't think there's any more Flower Farms. This one... Wait. Is that the same deck? Oh, this is the timeline. I'm so silly. I'm just like, what? All right, yeah, so I guess we're going to go to this. I must have alphabetized him. Dude, doesn't he look like the guy from, what is that called? Severance? He looks like a slightly younger version of him. Bruh. Twinsies. He should do impersonations and then get, like, show up to parties and pretend to be him in Hollywood or something. All right, let's see what they have to say. Bruh, I should play the Severance music in the background.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Turtle Mike representing Friendly Neighborhood. And he had a very close win on, I believe, turn 2 of time in this week of the ICL, but taking it there with Blurple. Turtle Mike, glad to have you here. So why Blurple, and what makes your deck special here? I see you got a couple tech cards more than usual. You got Magical Maneuvers, Ink Runner, Wasabi. Could you go ahead and walk me through decision making on bringing those in the deck? Oh, and Scuttle as well.
Yeah, so hello everyone. I'm Turtle Mike from Friendly Neighborhood. Our team is based in Toronto area of Canada. First, I wanted to give shout out to
I don't know if he'll be able to copy the voice,
and
he's basically
LS,
Canadian.
Who actually helped me to
Adam Scott. Mark Scott.
So originally I started on Purple Steel, but
says
because we already
Adam
have a teammate
Scott
on Purple
and then
Steel,
Mark Scott. Oh, Mark is his name in the show, so Adam Scott.
Especially with a new set, with the new Let It Go, I was feeling like Blurple had much more tech cards, such as Tigger and Scuttle. Tigger is mainly used to counter dogs that now got a Willow, 2-drop uninkable.
Yep.
and also stop
I do like that,
Purple Steel
like,
from
he
singing
chose the
for 4,
epic Tigger,
especially
but regular
bouncing
Demona.
Calhoun's, which can actually break their
Do you
hands.
think he chose the copies
For
that he
tech
owns?
cards,
Because I
it's
do
just
that.
basic Iagos that help,
Like, I'll be like, well, I
especially
actually own an
killing enemy
enchanted of
genies,
this, so I'm going to put one
especially if you
enchanted
go on
in
play.
my deck list on...
Hypnotic
I do
Strengths
that.
are used for basically mirror matchup. If they play an Iago, it's just a cheap way to banish
Take
the
it out.
Iago, or yeah, or also if they start questing with their genies to unexpectedly kill them with your genie and also to help you with drawing.
Yep.
Magical Maneuvers, most of the time is used
I don't know
to
what
just
this
bounce
is, but okay.
some kind of exerting, either Demona if I need a card draw, or just return another character to also banish the same Iago, or especially the Cobras that really help Purple Steels in trading.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, I had to go down into Unknown, Let It Go, and Wood Guide Chuckbook to fit in the Scuttles.
True.
Scuttle is just a really good card, especially versus basically any targeting deck, blue steel, just any songs.
This is like an
especially even
8-hour
Purple.
copy of the Severance thing.
And
I'm
yeah,
definitely
it
gonna
just
have
helps
to
with a
turn
lot
it
of
off
like
after a
really
little
nice
bit, though. It's
trades,
making me tired.
and doesn't allow the opponent to either Hades it or snipe it or return it with Elsa. So all they can do is either demona it, or I would have to exert it myself.
I'll be right back.
Exactly.
And still the same one Wasabi, just in case if there's any green decks with Snow Forts or yellow-purple with Lanterns.
Yep.
Just to snipe those sneaky items, and the rest is just staple Genies, Dumbos, Cheshires, Demonis,
the usual
and
suspects, of course.
Yes.
Okay, before we get out of here, I want to know, what is your favorite card art in all of Disney Lorcana?
So it's actually the Tigger, I believe from Azurite Seas. It's the same one that I have the playmat from.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's the 0/4, I believe, evasive, 3-cost inkable, and he gets +1 this turn for each action I play, I believe.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard that one, so I love hearing all the different cards. No one's repeated, but that one's really interesting to me because that's just not one I typically think of. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, now they have the new Tigger, so I'm trying to get some epic copies.
Yep. Well, guys, this has been Turtle Mike with the Friendly Neighborhood. Good luck to you and the rest of the ICL.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Turtle Mike obviously likes Tigger. And that's why he put epics in there. He's like, I'm going to get epic copies, so I'm going to put that in there. Of course.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Phantom representing the Ink Knights, who came out with a big win in ICL Week 2 with kind of an underrepresented deck, Emerald Steel.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk into it. I just want to know about this brew. Tell me about it and cook it up. There's so many cards that I don't typically see play. So kind of what's the strategy here, and how did you make this like successful build?
So the strategy of Emerald Steel as of right now, in my opinion, is just deal with problem.
Tillamook cherry.
It's very reactionary.
I try to
it's
only
very,
buy Tillamook ice cream.
If you turn something sideways, I'm getting rid
ice
of
cream
it.
brands.
Like I'm gonna banish it. I'm gonna give it reckless. I'm gonna make you hit me. I'm definitely gonna hit you. And I just always make it to where if you have a threat on board, I have something that can help potentially answer it that same turn.
Got it. And I see you're a big fan of
I say after I eat fast food for dinner.
Item removal. And then one of my favorite cards that I haven't seen played too much is that Stitch, that when you take out a character, you get to draw a card in Gang of Lore. How has he been working in this deck?
If you go against dogs, he's a lifesaver. You're just constantly gaining advantage and gaining lore. Just by challenging, and then if he's at Snow Fort, he's hitting even harder and can take even more hits, allowing you to draw more cards. I love it so much.
Got it. And I haven't seen a lot of Luis in this format. How has he been impacting the games?
Snow Fort would have been really good.
So he's one of those cards, in my opinion, that's amazing on the turn you get him and anytime later.
Yeah.
Just because he can stop that Willow from being able to stay ready the entire time, or it can force their Infernal Schemer Hades to stop questing and actually force a challenge, allowing me to get rid of it later.
Angel's kind of
I
crazy.
love the card.
Yeah. Awesome.
I would just cut Big Mama. I don't know.
And before we get out of here,
But I'm pretty
what
sure
is
he
your
like used it
favorite
to win.
card art in all of
I
Disney
think
Lorcana?
just like
Of all time
as
or
a
right
quester.
now?
All time.
Favorite card art? Oh man, I think it would be the Scar Finally King Enchanted. That art is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I love that card.
Yeah, every once in a while there's one of those enchanteds that just like pop for everybody, and so
Yes.
See, if I was good at my
yes.
job,
I love that. And then
I would
the
have that
Scar
card
in this
pop up
deck.
on the
Speaking of
screen
Scar,
right
how has he performed? Because that's
Like,
not a
a
card
good
I typically
YouTube
see, but I've
creator
seen him a
would be
couple
doing
times in the ICL, and he has dominated the games that I've watched in the ICL.
Him just being a draw engine and having Ward, I kind of looked at that. I'm like,
so lazy.
that sounds kind of like Prince John. So I'm gonna try it out, and he's done amazing.
Yeah.
Especially paired with my characters that give Reckless, it allows to finish something off and draw more cards.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
So
what I should be doing,
he just does so much
which
for the
I'll
deck
explain
and
after
helps
the
it
sound
go.
break.
Awesome. Well,
about
this
to
has
start.
been Phantom, and we hope to see you continue to do well with these innovative decks in the ICL. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yep. Hey everybody, I'm here with
should've,
Voodoo
like-
playing for Ink Knights here in ICL Week 2, who brought a Ruby Amethyst deck
If I wasn't
to
streaming
fight
right now,
and paired into the dogs.
what I would do
Unfortunately, in Game 1 and
is
3, he really didn't see the
record-
Horseman, which is
I would
kinda
like
the whole
open it
reason
so
you bring
this.
deck
I would
to
like
fight
watch
dogs. So
these in
didn't go his
VLC
way
player.
today, but can you
and
go ahead
then
and tell us about your
record
Ruby
through
Amethyst
OBS,
list and
and
kind of
then
some of
I
the
put,
choices here?
like-
Because I really
then I could
I
pop
like the
things up
Maleficent. I think it's a really unique card, and
whatnot.
we saw it
And it'd
pay
be like
off
a live
there in Game
stream.
2. So
Be
why
easy for me to do
include
it
the
that way.
Maleficent?
I mean,
How
I
does it
guess
go
I
working
could have
for you?
been doing it that way right
So
now.
one of the main things I saw when I was looking at other red purple lists
But
is
I'm
in
lazy.
red and in purple there's not a lot of item removal,
Mhm.
or at least not
Maybe
a
I'll
lot
get it
that
done
is
next
being
time.
used.
I'm just bad at
So
making
I like the
YouTube videos.
Maleficent one because it can balance the cost or lower anything. I can balance Chromicons before swinging or before doing the headless.
Like I've seen the kind of
So if I have a
content
wide enough board,
that
it
like
is,
Garrick can make. It's
it is
so
a way to deal
insane,
with
but
Chromicon.
it's so much
Though
effort.
I don't think my opponent was on Chromicons at all.
Yeah,
It's probably worth
Uh,
it.
didn't
Though.
seem like it. No.
It also
is
pairs
probably
well
worth
to use
it.
mode because I can just
Maybe if I ever
quest,
get
discard, exert to draw.
medicine for
Oh, yeah.
my ADHD,
And then
I'll have the motivation to do it.
Another thing I was messing around with, which I didn't really get to do much except for like one time in the match, is the cat, Cheshire Cat, and Genie are also 3-cost characters
They're
with
right
boost
back.
effects that I can bounce.
Oh yeah.
So something I could do is I can boost a cat to remove something, quest for 1 or quest for 2, discard 1 card to stop to like bounce back the cat or to bounce one of their things.
All right, let's do
So
these
I'm like
push-ups.
removing 2 things in 1 turn
Or
without
it.
actually having a challenge.
Got it. Well, great. How have you been enjoying your time in the ICL so far, and what do you want to get out of the ICL this season?
I'm enjoying
Victory.
it, and most of the time, what I'm wanting to get out of the ICL is, I guess, the experience of playing against other more well-experienced players.
Oh yeah.
So
You'll
I'm
definitely get
taking the opportunity to test out decks that I may or may not usually play.
nice.
So like, playing. I'm not really a red purple player, so
Did
and
you
this
do an
is
interview?
An idea that's like not really.
I'm going to be
explored
posting a
as
thing
much
tomorrow.
from what I've seen. Like I haven't
So
seen
people who
many other
didn't do
people play
interviews
Maleficent.
the last
Yep.
few weeks and want
Yeah,
to
either by.
So,
That's why I wanted to touch
can
on that,
message Gabe
yeah, awesome.
So I was wondering
about setting one up to
I
do
am
at a different time.
really I am
Oh, nice. We
taking
just
the
watched yours.
ICL as an opportunity to try out.
You showed up
things,
right
and
after we
hopefully-
watched it. That's funny.
So hopefully someone
you were
will
here for it.
see the idea. Someone who's better at deck building than I am will see the idea and like do something with it.
Yeah.
And so if later down the line I see
a
like
green deck.
a red purple
Is
Maleficent
that
build
blue green?
win a CCQ, I'll be like, you know what? I did that.
Yeah.
That was all me.
Always love that. And before we get out of here, could you tell me your
Um,
favorite card art in all of Disney Lorcana?
I did not play the
My
detective
favorite
build,
card
so
art
I
in all of Disney
probably would have
Lorcana.
preferred to play the
Recently,
7-drop
like
one.
of core,
Assuming that you're
I'm
on
really liking
like
the enchanted
uh
Luan of this set.
Clarabelles.
Okay,
If
yeah.
you're more of a Clarabelle deck, then I think the 7-cost one
And
is
then my
better.
favorite
But I mean, if you're playing
card
if you're playing 4 of the 1-drop
is
Vassal as
the
well,
7-cost Inkable Shift Ursula from set
honestly,
4.
I would probably
Gotcha.
try
The one that
to
prevents
max
singing.
out on both
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them
yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe find something
Yeah.
else to cut,
Yeah, big fan of her.
depending. Like,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
Voodoo,
try to
thank you for coming out
find
and
a
doing one of these
list
interviews
of
and repping Ink
Quicklys
Nights, and I wish you the
because
best of luck
he
in the
tends
future
to play
in ICL.
detectives, and I think
All right. Thank you.
his list might be closer to what you're trying to do if that's what you're doing. Oh, no problem, Noah. Thank you for playing in it. Couldn't do it without the players. All right. LD. I'm trying to guess which team. Lucky Dimes. I was like, there's so many abbreviations.
Hey everybody, I'm here with
for
Amity
Moanas.
of the Lucky Dimes, who is representing a new team in the ICL. Could you go ahead and tell me about the Lucky Dimes, where you guys are from, and how the team came together?
I don't know what I would cut for those
Yeah,
necessarily.
so
I
we're
didn't want it
actually,
in that list,
split
honestly.
a little bit in where we're located.
But it does
Most
look
of the
alright.
team is
It's a
located
decent amount of
in
ink.
the Oklahoma
check
City
this out.
and Alma area, and there's 2 of us that are located
ICL
outside of that area.
decks.
I'm located
I know
in
because we
Detroit,
watched
Michigan.
it. If
The
you
team
go
existed,
on last week or the week
probably,
before that, I'm
I
pretty
wanna say about
sure
6 months before I
that
joined.
we watched at least one
which
person
I
play
joined,
it. So there's
right
probably
before,
a deck
Richmond.
list of blue-green
So
that
I've
had
been with the
Moana
team
in
now
it.
for probably about
Pretty sure. I might be
2,
thinking of Amber
3
Sapphire,
months.
but I'm pretty sure it was Bleen.
Awesome.
And yeah,
Even though you,
Yeah,
you call
well,
it
very glad to have
green,
you guys in the team.
a lot of people
and,
call it
Lucky Dime. Actually, a lot of
Bleen
people don't know this. One of my
or,
favorite cards. So big fan of your guys' team name. And let's just get into talk
know
about
there's
this
another one.
Wisdom of the Willow Steel Song
can't remember.
deck.
I just
What's
call it
kind of the
blue-green.
background around this? I typically haven't seen a lot of Wisdom of the Willow used. So how are you liking this
Wisdom
Steel
of the Willow
Song
is a
style
very good
deck
card.
in this Winter Spell meta?
I'm still kind of working around it and testing it out. It actually started with using.
It's just not very good
Braden's
against Under
list
the
from
Sea, unfortunately.
the,
so if you're not against Under the Sea,
Inking
it's probably
event,
not bad.
And he had talked about having issues with blur pull and card draw, and so I was trying to find
Yeah, Barney.
some answers to that. I was like, okay, so if blur pull is a problem and card draw is a problem, how can I get around that?
Yep.
Well, in his list, he was running just the 1-cost Rhino and Shift Rhino, so that was his only 1-drop, was the 1-cost Rhino. I was like, well, that's just going to get, into the unknowns or let it go, and then you're losing 2 cards at the cost of their 1 removal. So I want to go wider and want to have more characters on
Although
board.
with the let it go,
And
it does give
initially,
you
I was
ink,
trying to
but-
use Ohana, and so I had tried out Pluto and
Yeah, you need some big
alongside
butts
the,
for
the
Ohana
Chief,
to draw cards.
Proton. And the problem
Chief
was
is
then it
big.
was requiring me to have off turns where I was trying to challenge, to have damage, and that didn't seem ideal. And then I came across the idea, I was like, well, I'm getting such these wide boards, why don't I use Wisdom of the Willow? And then what you do is you kind of quest with the non-singers, and your goal is to kind of dig for songs, and quite often that's what happens, is you'll end up digging. I'll have turns
I mean,
where I'm
1 out of
drawing
6
5 or
cards is a
and I'll
removal
have 1 or 2
when you
singers that are still
have
available.
that
Then you
many.
use those to
Well,
sing,
not 1
maybe
out of
Strike
6. She
Down,
only
Jutru,
has
or
8,
the
not 10.
Thunderbolt.
And then protecting your guys, basically.
So it's
yeah.
probably 1 out of 10 cards,
Yeah,
or
and you can end up doing some
maybe
crazy
1
stuff.
out of
Or if
8.
you've got angels out,
I don't know
even
the
if you don't draw
percentages.
songs, you're drawing,
So if
Fire
1 out of
discard
6
fodder.
is 10
yeah,
cards.
you're drawing fire cannons essentially.
Yeah.
So especially if you do have multiple angels out, and that's essentially how.
I'm like trying to figure
that
out
can kind
percentages
of
of what one
snowball,
card would be,
especially
but I'm
against
too
something
tired
like,
and apparently bad at math. I
Blur
never
Hole,
was good at
'cause you get this
statistics.
wide board, so they already struggle with that.
Like,
and then
so
you're able to pay
as a
off their early
TCG
stuff,
player,
if you
like
do it right.
I'm a vibes
And you don't
player,
have to necessarily
really.
quest
Like not the
early.
card
You can
game,
just go
but
wide
I'm a
and
vibes player.
then, especially if you're holding
Like
the wisdom.
I
if
read
you
my
don't necessarily
opponent a
wanna hold it
lot
in your
based
modem, you
on
can. You go wide,
patterns in their
and if you know you're
play.
gonna
So
be
like
low on cards or you're dumping your
I'll
whole hand,
recognize
then you
play
save the wisdom, then
patterns
you quest all at
and
once,
learn
you
how to play
refill,
around them, kind of.
and there you go.
I mean, I also
Perfect, yeah.
try to think of
Oh,
what
man, that
cards
sounds
they
like
could
fun. I kinda
have,
wanna make
and I'll
this
do
one
some
and
math,
test
but
that
I'm
out,
not
'cause
like
I love drawing a lot of cards.
I have a 30% chance to draw this or
Yeah,
something like that.
There's been plenty of
I
times
normally
where
don't
I've
do
been at
that.
least 10 or 15 cards deeper than my opponent, which is not something
I mean,
that's
but I do
common
play to
for
my outs. I
Amber
just
Steel.
know what my outs are. So
And then
sometimes
my
I
last
play to
question
an
for
out
ya,
that's a really
a bit
small
of a fun one.
percentage
What's your
and still
favorite
get
card art
rewarded.
in all of Disney
But I
Lorcana?
realize that it's the only way I could win, right? So it doesn't
card
matter if
art.
it's a 2%
Ooh,
out. If it's if
that's,
every other out's 0% to win, you like got to play
that's kinda
towards
hard.
what
I
you could win the game with,
probably-
even if it's,
First
you
one to
only have a
pop in your
2%
mind.
chance of it happening.
It's got to be maybe the bell from set 1.
Okay.
The legendary.
Yeah. The Strange but Special.
But
Oh yeah, that's a
Strange
pretty
Special,
bell.
yeah. But I'm right there
Classic
along with you
bell.
though for favorite card. It's probably Lucky Dime,
Mm-hmm.
and I've even got a physical Lucky Dime.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, it's one I wish
looks more like a silver
it should have
dollar,
been
but
enchanted. It's just like it's right in the story of the dime. Like it should be the most expensive card. Like,
well,
yeah, I wish it was
Moana's
iconic
not
too
ramp,
now.
but assuming you're playing
Yeah, well, hopefully if it
for
ever gets reprinted,
Tipo,
you know,
for
I doubt they'll ever do a
Sale,
reprint iconic,
for
but
Cindy,
maybe.
I think that's enough.
Probably
ramp.
not, but I lived a dream.
If you don't have
but
Cindy,
best of luck to you and the
then
Lucky
you're
Dimes
kind
this
of
season,
in a
and
rough
we're glad to
spot,
have you
even though
out
she's
here.
expensive.
And,
but like,
yeah.
she's really what the deck needs.
Until next time, guys. This is Amity
Here,
of the
I'll-
Lucky Dimes. Bye now.
I'll gloat. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do a little. Let's go look at the deck I played to do well in the last DLC. Yes. Somewhere. Apparently I need to look at my decks. Oh my goodness, I need to log in really quickly. So I used Sea Cleaner and I foolishly wiped all my cookies and stuff. So I have to re-log into everything. Aliens. All right, so we're looking for blue-green, right? Blue-green. All right, so this is what I made top 32 at Richmond with. Just gotta casually mention. But so I don't like the 6 cost discard Basil. I tried it. I love so I have an enchanted of it. I don't think I've sold it yet. Here, I'll try to find it, I guess. So like, I like that card. I love that Da Vinci style art. So like, I really went for that. But if I have it, it's probably in my cube. I'm not even playing a full set of this one. And I guess the reasoning for that is John Silver is more important against the aggro decks. Because you, like, for curve, like, you don't always have this Basil. But this Basil is also, like, really good against the slower decks. Where the 6-drop one is also good. Obviously, I don't know if I can still afford to play Bend My Will. I think most people are not playing Bend. They work. I was actually on Under the Seas before because I didn't want to lose to dogs. But now it's basically you cut the Bend and probably another card, and you're probably playing 3 or 4 Under the Seas. You don't have John Silver's. He's super cheap. You can get him for real cheap. And I think he's really important. But I guess you have the Basils. Let's look at decks. Let's look at blue-green decks. And come on, how is he not on the front page, man? What? Maybe the Quiginator, the Quigster, just doesn't use this website. They don't play. They just want to play their Blurple decks. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have to be afraid of arguably the best deck in the format. I mean, you could just build dogs and make them learn how to fear. Put the fear of God into them. How's it not there? All right, let's see what Ed did. Like, still only on 2 Under the Seas. Okay. Ink Geyser was he's not on develop. Oh, but he's on strike good much. Yeah, Noah, definitely. I mean, it would be cool if you linked the ICL YouTubes. That'd be cool, and whatnot. But yeah, that's one of the things with the ICL is this stuff is made like one of the reasons these teams you're in it is so you can promote yourself as well and get content to be able to do with, which is why I recommend and would like if every player in the ICL actually record, if half the players recorded their matches, maybe 70% of the players recorded their matches at the beginning of the match, be like, are you like, basically you upload it, then we'd have every game, and then we could have people like Color wants these videos as well, so on her morning stream she could cast some of them. I'm probably going to start doing that on my morning stream as well. I initially wasn't because I wanted other people to cast it, but not enough of them wanted to. I gave them out and I didn't get them back in, which is fair. Like I've been saying this whole time, making YouTube videos is rough. You don't have visions. I like this card a lot. He added Distract in Ghent. Oh, really? Oh, this is Melbourne. Distract. Took out all the strikes. I want to... So this is villains. So what other deck does villain have? I guess we were looking at that article earlier. I can find that article. Boom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Whoop. I finished with this. Alright, so... he's still on the 2 Ink Geyser, 2 Distract, and he upped the Under the Sea to 4. So in Melbourne, they had not... Dang it. In Melbourne, dogs hadn't wasn't big enough, and then Sailor also won the CCQ, and then people realized, I mean, a few more did, and he realized it was going to be big, so he upped it. I thought he was playing 4. I like the fact that he's playing 4. I think that might be the way to go. It's crazy if they don't ban dogs, and you expect a lot of dogs. I could honestly see the Shift Basil coming back and seeing play, which is crazy, but it lets you sing Under the Sea on turn 3. Like you play Clarabelle, then you play Tipo, and then you shift on Clarabelle and you sing Under the Sea. I lost to that in the mirror. That's also really good in the mirror because you wouldn't think it would be, but it is. I mean, maybe now that we're on Prince Philip, when that was happening, we were on Under the Sea and Heads Held High, which honestly you could maybe while playing 4 Under the Sea. I don't think it's that crazy to play Heads Held High. We didn't. I haven't been fully watching the videos. I did like it. What did I? You were playing the. I think I said that I would have played more Angel because you were only on 1. Where's that? Okay, apparently I need to. Was yours? No, that was his that did that. It's right here. Yeah, I would have maybe played more of this. You only... Alright, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Perfectly fair. How was this thing for you? How was the White Rabbit for you? I was surprised when I first saw this play. Oh, I think I also said I didn't like Big Mama. I think I said I would just cut Big Mama for this. And then I said, I'm pretty sure I remember you winning because of Big Mama. You have more now? Nice. What would you cut? I think you talked about Big Mama too. I think. I was only half listening because I'm a jerk. And I like the sound of my voice. But If you were to add more, what would you cut? And then let's. So we watched that one, so we got another one. This one here. I wonder if we're going to look at their face the whole time or if we're going to get their deck list. Rabbit was clutch. She's a cut. So why was it clutch? Just like putting a little bit of damage and then finishing it off with what, strength or angel? Oh man, 8 anti-evasives. Hilarious. And this. This plus Snowflake. Cute. Surprised you're not playing 3-cost Lilo with this. Because you have... I mean, I guess this can already... I mean, it would let this take out an Elsa, I guess. But, I mean, that's almost never relevant. Maybe it's just not going to happen. It's just I want to use this. Like, everyone... Like, who doesn't want to use Lilo and Stitch to do crazy things, right? Like, I think that's just, like, the call. All right, we're just going to have a no deck list interview. Let's check that out.
Hey, everybody. I'm here with Thomas of the Lords of Lore, who is a new team this season in ICL.
Maybe you said the White Rabbit.
Their match actually got postponed due to weather from their opponent, Team Lux. And so, Thomas, instead of talking about your deck, let's talk about your team and introduce yourself to the community here and the ICL.
Yeah. Hello. I'm Thomas. So I'm part of Lords of Lore. We're Chicago-based.
It's funny that he kept
not
himself
like a huge
small.
name in the scene. I'd say I'm a pretty okay player.
Hey, you won the WCC 10K triple deck tournament, so the first ever triple deck winner, which is that's not nothing.
No one can take that from me. That's true. Yeah.
If I was recording this through OBS, I could.
Yeah, we're Chicago-based.
But see, I got to make.
We're excited to be part of this. Honestly,
yeah, this will be on YouTube.
It's gonna be great. We're hoping to show out.
As a Chicago native myself, I was very excited to see you guys on there. Because if you're from Chicago, you know about the Lords of Lore.
So then you have low expectations.
They come out everywhere.
And then when I come out with another video, it's just a little bit better.
Everyone,
like, oh, this
and
is
they're
nice.
just like the kind of the pillar of the
feature.
Lorcana scene.
And then each week there's gonna be one small little thing or something like that.
And just a great bunch of people.
Each video.
And very on the up and up, highly respected in the community. So very excited to see what you guys do.
Because this is week 1 and 2, and we just finished week 3.
What's your favorite winter spell card so far?
But I do need to, and like we only got. Should check. We don't have very many.
Kind of liking Moana right now. Moana's pretty good.
Well, I guess I can keep this one. Here.
Which Moana to be specific?
The one additional ink from discard.
Sure.
That card's pretty good.
But there was not very many.
If I had to choose like a more spicy card, I don't know.
Or what about just a card?
3 interviews for so far.
Doesn't always have to be.
Ooh, I really like. I actually have it right here. Hold on, I pulled it. The Raging Storm Enchanted.
Matches, oh, yeah. You dropped
that
beautiful
card.
That is a good looking card.
Gorgeous.
And you know I like my controls, so I like that card.
Hey, V-Prep.
Yeah, I need to make an overlay for them.
It's a little worse than V-Prep because you got to play Amber.
I'm the person who does a lot of that for me.
All right, Thomas. Well, hopefully you guys can get your match next week and you can get some wins. Excited to have the Lords of Lore representing Chicago in a big way here, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You had to hold your phone up with one hand, bro. Did you? Someone was playing with a stack of troves and their phone on top of it. I cut the video, or I cropped it though, so you only saw the. I got it. So you only saw the stack of troves at the beginning. That was you? Oh, that was so good. That was so funny, Moxie. That was too good. JD commented about it. Oh, no. All right, Joshua Statterfield. I don't know why I made that voice. I like Joshua.
Hey, everybody. We're here where Josh Satterfield just took a decisive victory in round 2 of week 2 of the
He has
ICL,
quite a good
playing
finishes,
for the
top
Lorcana
32s, I'm
Loungers
pretty sure,
on
for sure.
Blorple Toolbox. Now, Josh, I know you pretty well, and you've been a big Blorple fan for a couple sets, so no surprise here that you're still playing Blorple. So let's jump into some of your choices here on the deck. I see you're still playing Bell. Tell me about that inclusion and why we're on Bell, your Yagos, and one Sven. I think are the big changes we typically don't always see.
Yeah, so I guess the Bell right now is kind of a concession to these more aggressive-based purple steel decks that we're seeing. A lot of these decks are kind of built upon, dumping their hand and playing a Yzma, or like some of them are still falling behind and still playing some Dumbos. And so just being able to have that like toolbox card to snipe down the Yzma, snipe down the Dumbos, take out the Angels, it just has a lot of like one-of random scenarios where the card can be really powerful. And when I'm playing a deck like Blurple, it's kind of same way I would build my blue-red decks back in the days, where I like having a lot of like 1 and 2 of toolbox cards of like the non-core evasive package, because it allows you to kind of ink the ones that aren't relevant in the matches, and then also like have the ability to have these one-of tech cards that can blow out some matches. In addition to that, you bell somebody once, they're going to be playing around the second bell whether you have it or not.
One of the
so
judges have,
it also has like a little bit of value there. I would say for the Sven, it's kind of moving into the Dogs matchup. We saw Dogs very popular in Ink. Shout out to Sailor, amazing player who ended up taking the event down.
That's 40.
And so just wanting to have a little bit of concession to that match. This past weekend at Ink, I decided to play Wasabis in that spot, but as the Dogs lists are moving more towards a bunch of the Under the Seas and less Chromacons, didn't really felt like I needed room for the Wasabis. And then Diago is just trying to help me break through the Purple Mirror match, because it's really not that good in any of the other matches.
It is not. It's okay in Purple Steel, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you can jam it, and if they have it, you automatically lose. So like, you don't always want to jam. You don't want to jam it in every situation. But there definitely are some hands where it's like, I'm so far behind, I need to just play it. And then if they have it, I'm even more far behind, whatever. But if I'm not, I can actually like flip the game back around.
Razor program, it only lets me just one of them.
And tell me your favorite card art in all of Disney Lorcana.
Luckily, I can adjust most of it in OBS, but it means
I would say my favorite card art is Hiram Flaversham. One, because I like the little dude that's doing a dance around. And then 2, because one of my good friends, Braden, he has a cube that you can like get foil cards, sign them, and put in the cube. And so I gave him one of my foil Hirams, and I learned that Hiram's kind of doing the 6-7 in the card art. So I wrote like 6-7 in big letters on the card and gave it to him. So that was kind of fun card art that I enjoyed.
Pretty entertaining.
Awesome. Well, Josh, thanks, and keep up the good work.
If you watched the Ink Open, we played some Pack Rush with this cube. Yeah, we've got TFM Melissa playing, also known as Lizard Kitty, plays on the Loungers this season.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Lizard Kitty, who's representing the Lorcana Loungers, who just came off a big win in round 2 of this week 1 here at ICL.
It's a nice looking
Lizard Kitty, what is your favorite winter spell card so far?
I like a crisp, modern...
I have definitely been having a lot of fun with the Amethyst Genie 3.
Do you guys want more face cams?
The magical researcher. He is all gas, no break.
Here, I'll stop this for a second, and I'll adjust it here. So if you do your recording on OBS, you can shrink. Whoa, I have 2 main screens. What is this? That what? Ooh. Why is my audio tab have a screen on it? That's not right. There we go. Okay, so you can take your main screen and shrink it, and then you can put your camera here. I mean, this might make your opponent not able to see it as well, but for the stream, I can then shrink your board, assuming that's what this program over here is. I can shrink your board and then have another screen that grabs your camera. and then put it on the screen. And that's kind of what I did with Braden. Even though what he did is he had his board over the whole thing, and he just had his camera in a corner, and it happened to be where his deck was. So then I just like cut most of it off and then copied it and put it the right direction, because I turn everything to the side in the ICL, like here. And then, oh, you're actually seeing my OBS on this window here, so it's all on its side. But then I have this extra mini screen here that's the right way, and that's like where he had his little face, and then I put it up in the corner. So then you can see your faces while you play, and yeah, that's awesome. I think the viewers, I mean, while I watch, I like it. So I'm assuming that people just watching it in general are also enjoying to be able to see their faces while they play. All right, let's start this back up, and apparently I have to do squats again. I'm not a huge fan of the Genie, but if I'm playing Pocahontas, I'm playing Genie. I mean, that's just a guarantee. I just wouldn't play... I don't think I'd play this version, though. I'm pretty sure this was week 1. Because, like, at this point, I think you have to play the Calhoun, more removal, if able, type package. Most likely. Maybe. Maybe the Calhoun versus Pocahontas doesn't really matter against dogs. But I think it might. I think they're also all not playing Christopher Robin anymore. For the same reason. That it's just like, it does nothing against dogs. He forgot to ask his good question, I think. Or I missed it. Ooh, we're on to a Gabe one. Lorcana Loungers, look at this. They had 4 interviews. They're winning the interview game. Interviews in a box. She's pretty good. Doc's girlfriend, Nani. Sing. Alex is brilliant. He's so smart. So smart, so handsome. He knows what's what. For Chief, too. Pretty sure this deck's just as hard. Penny and Lilo's cute. There's no angels in here. But it makes sense, I guess. Tiana right now, sadly, I don't think's it. Because Blurple's everywhere, and with all the Into the Unknowns, it's rough. I was meaning 4-drop Angel. But yeah. I might have still wanted the 1-drop possibly. Like in Sky's aggro list, we still played what is that stupid turtle's name? The Singer 4. And it was just to be able to sing Strength before them. And so I could see Angel being that. Yeah, Troubadour. I could see Angel being the same thing, but on the draw, you could play it on turn 1, and then you can sing that Strength even sooner if you need to. If you're against an opposing similar little beatdown deck. I don't think singing Strength on turn 2, though, is that good against dogs, probably. So maybe that's why it's not worth it. But I could still want to be singing that. Actually, no, I do want to do that. I want to hit Willows, right? So I think on turn 2, playing a 2-drop and then singing Strength on Willow could be pretty important at slowing down some of the dog draws, especially if they don't have a 1-drop and they're trying to drop a Mickey on that turn. Slowing that down, forcing them to ink up higher could be pretty powerful. But what are we cutting from this list for that card, right? Maybe David. I also feel like I want to play more Lilos too, but what do you cut? He obviously has too many cards. Actually, I probably would be cutting 4 Auroras and 4 Tiana myself, personally. I love Tiana, but... And Aurora is also good with Mulan, but... And I don't know if we need the Lady 3 or not, but I know why he's playing it. It sings 3, and it just continues to play threats. And Lady into Doc's great. Or like Lilo into Lady Mowgli or Lady Penny. There's great plays. But I could see maybe changing 4 Auroras for 4 Angels, and then maybe cutting this for 2 more Ladies and something else. The playing Pete's cute, but I think it's not bad. Being able to play Pete so they don't under the CU is huge. That could give you the turn you need. Most likely, though, it won't be enough. So, I would maybe want to run 4 of them. Because you might need to play 2 in a row to win. I don't know. But honestly, I would probably just play the Sky version. Or, the Sky or Habibi version. They're pretty similar. It depends on if you want to go after Goliath. Or if you want to go after Ariel. I kind of like the Ariel because if it gets Let It Go or Into the Unknown, it gives you a couple more ink, and you can probably play it boost and sing in one turn to at least replace itself in value. Whereas Goliath, you have to have Akud and Willow. But I mean, Akud on a... You can still play a turn 4 Goliath with Akud, which is probably good against some decks. like some blue decks, but it's not great against dogs or other aggressive decks. Like, letting them draw cards is also bad. It's only really good when you can maybe trigger the discard, force them to let it go it after you drew 2 cards. I like the fact that Ariel gives you 2 ink if they hit it. And we're also, because we're running Ariel, we're running Lullabies. I act as if I like helped him do it. I played some games against him. I don't know if I recommended Lullaby. Maybe I said I liked Lullaby more than Be Our Guest, but he had already was like, do I play Be Our Guest or Lullaby? He had already thinking about it. I recommended that. He wiped the floor with me. I played Blurple. He crushed me. I played Dogs. He crushed me. I played Purple Steel, and we went 50-50. But we played Purple Steel last, so I already knew exactly how his deck played, and we even, like, I might have actually beaten him 1 game of Blurple. And the reason I beat him was because I went triple ramp. And like, we had discussed even that, like, he didn't want me to even do that in the next games because, one, most Blurple players don't go that line, and it wasn't worth the testing. He wanted to see a normal Blurple open, and he crushed the normal Blurple ones. But there was like a world that triple ramp into Demona was enough to stop him, and like refill. So that was some things there. But with Purple Steel, you just had to play. I don't know what it was I was doing, but he crushed all the Purple Steel lists at SEC, which was like awesome. I think they didn't necessarily know what they should be mulling for or keeping and going for aggressively. And we've talked before, like, knowing what to mulligan is huge. So it's possible that, like, some of the success of Amber Steel was people not knowing how to play against it, and that could change. His mic's not very good. He's like, yeah, you're too quiet, brah. I'm afraid Gabe's going to be too loud, though, here in a second. I don't think he's too loud. Well, we know when we were. Ooh. Was that the one Fia won? Or wait, was she playing Amethyst Steel? Oh, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. I guess I don't know if I don't have to pick my wife up from work. So I might do a later stream. It's just my son's on spring break right now. So he's like awake and I don't want to have to be like, "All right, happy spring break, go play over, like go hang out in the bedroom because I'm streaming." But he makes so much noise that like I can't have him literally right next to me playing Switch. But I thought about maybe playing Switch and then he would just like not have my camera on so you don't see him and he could just sit here with me as I play. But I don't know. Snowfort's hilarious. This year. Oh man, if the season's lasted a whole year. I had thought about doing double elimination, but it seemed like people didn't want the season to last that long. I need to update. Oh. There we go. Let's see if there's 2 copies of it. Nope. I need to update this. Shout out. So, update the stats. Draw 111. Two oh. Oh. It's like hurting my head moving it this many window, like looking back and forth. Should you cut Hades? I don't play Hades. Some people like it. I don't think you need it. I do think you should play Visions. I think that's good. I would just copy Ed's list. I don't know about the Ink Geyser, but everyone's playing it, so I'm assuming it's just good against Blurple decks. You like wipe their board and then bounce all their land. You sing Under the Sea and then you Ink Geyser. Seems pretty good. Alright, select few. Ooh, select few did not have a good round. They got swept. Purple steel versus blue steel. Amber steel versus green yellow. Yeah, amber steel against. So they had amber steel against dogs. And they had red blue. It says LS. Oh, yeah. Red blue versus yellow red. Emperor's New Crew. I don't know why it does that. Triad didn't have people play these rounds, unfortunately. Especially since they won the last round, if they had been able to get someone to show up. But alas, sometimes that happens. They were given a warning for it of sorts. Like a verbal one, not a written one. Just like, I shouldn't even say that. They weren't even given that, but they said they weren't going to let it happen again. So we'll see. We had issues with that last season, but Judge Vince, I chatted with him at Ink Inc. I think Visions is pretty good. It lets you get to the thing you need, either it be the Clarabelle Shift or the Under the Sea or the Prince Philip combo piece you're missing. Those playmats in the background are fire. They it got pushed back because WCC was going to Ghent. They are actually playing their match tomorrow. So they set up a thing in the future to play it. So they're still going to play it. And then so that's going to just be there. So if something happens where your whole team can't play that week, and if you know soon enough and your opposing team is okay with it, we will allow that to be played at a different time. It didn't happen early enough with Triad, and they didn't they didn't really have an excuse, I guess, is the thing as well. Had they realized sooner, maybe they could have set something up. But like someone from ETB actually traveled like an hour to the shop to play and then just had to like travel back because they didn't even get to play. And they were not too happy about just like they wanted to play, right? It's Infinity. A lot of people want to play that. So it's unfortunate when that happens. Which is why they also said that like they were going to try to not let that happen again. Like Maelstrom had a week like that where it happened, where just like life got in the way. And some teams don't put, like Maelstrom was one of them, where they don't think about the ICL until the day of. And when that, or like the night before, and when that happens, if all of a sudden it's like, oh, we actually don't have enough people ready because no one set aside for it and something came up, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have made a date night or something with your girlfriend if we needed you to play or something like that. Yeah. You did not want to play just because were you traveling, or just because your computer, or do you not want to get crushed? You afraid, Moxie? Snow Fort Diablo's cool. I think Maelstrom would have played again if I could play, but I can't reasonably play and produce at the same time. And I don't want to have to deal with people being like, "Oh, you know what my deck list is." And like I basically would know what my opponent would be playing even if I didn't look, because I have to there's a form submission, and then I have to take all of the most recent submissions, put it in another spreadsheet, and then sort it, so you can see here. I got to open it in another window because there's people's emails, so I have to make sure that I have that tab closed. What the heck is this? Resize row. Alright, so like I have to copy it and move it here, and then I sort this by A to Z, so I have them all separated like this, and then I sort by teams. And then so I can double check to make sure that everyone's submitted. But like their deck list would be here, so it would be like impossible for me not to notice. Like I just wouldn't be able to at least not see one card, and like so that's just unfair. I'd basically have to be like, if you play me, I'm going to tell you what I'm playing. Like basically it's open deck list for whoever plays against me for both players. You didn't like set 11 Infinity? Rough. At least you have 2 more weeks of core, right? So it's core next week, so you'll get some more Brazil practice in. I don't know when Calgary is. Copy image. Where's it? League schedule standings. Paste. And then I'll delete this previous one. Wow. Group B has 3 undefeated teams. Boop, boop, boop. And then if World Class Cards wins against Ink Pass, if they win, we'd have 2 undefeated teams. If they lose, then there'd only be 1 undefeated team. And the crazy thing is there's more full undefeated teams in the group that has more wins. I mean, I guess they had a tie. But I like it. I like seeing a new to the league team being undefeated in the first few weeks. SLTC not having a good run at the beginning. Who were looking for the friendly neighborhood? They played against Ink Inc. Also made top cut before. Sunflower Lumineers was playing the season before. Ink and Lore is a new team. So I mean they already went through some good teams. Poor SLTC, like Lords of Lore, like got him with that crazy Emerald, like Harlan having to play against that. The deck was, it almost felt like geared to beat him in a way, with just having like the Mauis. It was so good. The bippity boppity boo, or what, however you say it. I don't think it's publicly available actually, but I will make something because that should be public information for the league. Yeah, I'll get that pushed out. There should be one. I have to make sure it's up to date because I had some people message me to change some names of some players, and I did it on the forums, and then I don't think I changed it on the roster like a dummy. So bright. Oh, whoops. Probably don't need to show that. Where should I post that? Thorsis. The Mighty Ducks. Alright, let's see. Creates. Ooh, he's got a new camera. It almost looks like it's got a filter on it. Oh, it was just the light from his screen. Alright. League standings, league schedule. I might just make a new one and just call it duplicate channel. Season 3 roster. Ugh! Whoops, I pressed enter. Edit. All right, there you go, Moxies. I made a new channel in the information called Season 3 Roster. Although I'm going to change it to Rosters. Yeah, Rosters. Team Rosters. I feel like roster is spelled wrong, but I think it's because my brain wants there to be two O's for, like, rooster. But that image has all the teams. Hey, you know, I just forget things until I'm reminded, but that is some information that should be public, I think, for the teams. See if I can. Copy. Paste. Oh, man. Did not paste very cleanly. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Are you still watching, Thorsus? I guess I could click the thing. I can see users in chat. He's not watching. Ooh, there's a lurker. I see you lurking. Lurkers are what make Twitch, honestly. I think she might have gotten top 32 in Ghent, or she at least made day 2. Yeah. Yeah. 2 people saying Nani, so obviously it's the best card. Nani, Doc's girlfriend. That's very fair. It's pretty good with Cheshire Cat as well. I wonder if I do 1 row at a time. Oh, I love this program. Alright, alright, alright. What? That did not work. I'm using this and I was like, alright, I can go like this, and then I can paste it. But when I do it, it pastes the whole thing in between each and every one instead of just pasting it once. Like, what? I thought I had a workaround, and instead it was just like, nope. This green screen is... Oh, I got like something stuck in my throat. I'm gonna grab some chips. I hurt my finger. We got some dill pickle and ranch Pringle Puffs. Then I mix some other chips in it with it. One of Horseman Strike. Two Clarabelles. He played that in Ghent. His list for Ghent was cool. It was like Blurple with Raging Storm. Only 3 strength. I don't play this archetype enough, but I would feel like I would want 4. But I understand he's just playing 1 Let It Go instead. All right. I didn't even know that was something they didn't run. Ooh, we got 2 more to go. I wonder if like this Sploosh interview is like 3.5 Fumbles interviews. That Fumbles interview is short. Hey Kat, here's the list you want to see. He's on Hades. Only 3 small Prince Phillips. Work real life. It was good. And definitely good in Richmond. I guess shifting Prince Philip for 6, wiping their board, and then Ink Geyser in the same turn is probably just busto. Similar with Under the Sea. I should probably edit this part out. While it would have been fine for a normal interview, I don't think people are going to want to watch that for much if he keeps talking about it. So let's see. At least this way I can claim I did some work. Where's this is? Zoom in, zoom in. Right about here. here, I think. All right, so arrow, delete. Let's see if how terrible that flow is. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Ooh. J-Bomb's in that buy-sell game, if you're wondering why he's like that. He knows a lot about grading cards. Haha! Has it really been 2 hours? Judges, casters, you. I love it. Thank you too, Sploosh. All right, last one. We could probably... I'm feeling all, like, motivated after doing that other editing. Daniele. It sounds like he said Tigro. His accent's great. I wish I had an accent. I have, like, just the most basic American English. Got, like, a single hair tilting me. I wonder, does my mute button do that? Like, when I'm muting, like, does it create this, like, doof? Because his microphone kind of did that when he muted it. But I think he has a mute on the microphone. It's like he went like that. I'm sorry if that was irritating to hear. Wait a second.
So
Bruh,
it's very
no
good
one told
to
me
master
that this was
all the
muted
decks,
the
as
whole
they say.
time.
So,
You couldn't hear this
well,
that
congrats
whole time?
on your week 1 win, starting WCC off undefeated so far, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Good luck for all my team and all my teammates. Let's see that this time we need to do better than the other ones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whoops.
Bye now.
That's crazy. Just like talking to myself about it. That's been for like half an hour at least. That's it. I should probably record something, but I like cold opens. What can I say? I deliver. I don't want it there. I want it here. I should probably make a folder. YouTube's. Save. Is dot movie what I wanted to make it? Video QuickTime. Whatever. Hopefully that works. Render all. How long is this going to take? 20 minutes? Oof. Well, I mean, I don't really have to do anything else. Okay, it's dropping. I'm probably going to raid somebody and go to bed. It was a fun little nighttime stream. There's no one else doing Lorcana right now. Do we watch Pokopia? Magic? Nah. Poktopia. Poktopia without the T. Topia. Opia. Pokopia. And I'm going to say it wrong the next few times. I don't know why it is so hard to say that word for me. But it is. No one I'm following is online except for this. We're going to go to Final Fantasy Tactics Battlegrounds. And if you like betting on ICL, you will like betting on this. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I think you might like it. You all have a great night, and I'll chit-chat with you later. And it looks like we're jumping in right in time to bet.